Oh my god. Look at this. Brody's mommy eating cake. Is mommy eating cake that you want? Are you begging for cake? Mmm. Okay. Mmm. Was that good? Was it delicious? Was that yummy cake? Mmm. Does Brody want more cake? Do wild Brodies eat cake in the wild? Are there wild cake trees? Do they have different flavor cake trees? Now you're just playing with me, Mommy. Sunday, February 5th, 2023. I'm Larissa. My diary. Oh my god. So I made this cake last night. Didn't even know I was gonna make cake. Just decided I was gonna make a cake. I did. Got it in the oven. Just as the Warriors game started. Maybe I gotta bake a cake every time so they can win. Is that the secret? Larissa baked cake. It was a good cake. It was a bundt cake. Cake. It was a blackberry coconut pound cake. Oh my god. Made it with coconut cream. If I'd had coconut sugar, I would have used coconut sugar, but I didn't. I just used regular sugar. Organic sugar. Unbleached sugar. Organic unbleached cane sugar. Shaved coconut. Had shaved coconut in it. Fresh blackberries. Oh, the coconut cream. Also had butter in it. Super rich. Oh my god, it's so rich. Oh, I ate 3 giant pieces. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, I ate 1 piece. I mean, I just had a little piece that now. A little piece. This thin. I had 1 piece last night. It was like this thick. He had like 3 pieces that were like this thick. Oh my god. Really rich cake. Coconut cream. I'm not talking about like making coconut cream as in cream custard. I'm talking about the cream of the coconut milk. Like when you open the coconut, there's the really thick stuff. That's what that was. That's what I used. Really good. Really good. I didn't put any other stuff in it other than vanilla. Right? Because a lot of times I make spice cakes. Right? I put in cardamom and ginger and cinnamon and star anise and clove, right? And I make spice cake. This just had vanilla and coconut and blackberries in it. Oh my god. Really rich. I didn't even know I was going to make one. Just made a cake. I said, I'm going to make a cake. I did. One thing I did to the cake that didn't turn out, the only thing that didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted it. So I put sprinkles on the bottom of the cake, right, or on the top of the cake, but I waited too long. Like, I should have put the sprinkles on from the beginning, because what I wanted the sprinkles to do is to make like a sugar glass, right, on the bottom of the cake, but the sprinkles didn't melt, and so when I went to flip the bundt cake, I had sprinkles all over the kitchen. They were all over the place. I had to clean them up. Big mess. It was like the cake exploded. The cake had its own party. The cake was like confetti. Cake. Brody, did you like that cake?
Yes, I like cake.
Brody likes blackberries. Do you like blackberries, buddy? You should come up here with Mommy. Why are you down there, buddy? Why don't you come up here with Mommy? Come on. He says, no, not after that piece of cake. He said, I will sit on the floor. I cannot make such cake, such delicious cake. It is good. Really, really good. Anyway, it's been raining yesterday and like last night, and it's drizzling right now. It's just spitting, but it's supposed to rain more. And I'm hurting. So when I had that thing pop in my back, when Dominican Hospital abused me and didn't do anything, right? And then tried to charge me money for things that they didn't do. Oh my god, I slept in this ponytail. Anyway, I still have pain back there, and I get spasms. I get muscle spasms now, right? Around that start from the spot where it's snapped, like something tore back there. Like I'm sure, because oh my god, I've never had such pain in my life for a prolonged period of time. I mean, that was for weeks that I had that pain. Um, yeah, so I'm still having spasms, and there's like spasms all up like underneath my armpit too, and into the side of my boob, right? Mm. Uh, I have spasms back there. I have to have Omar rub some snake oil on my back today. Yeah, I got this oil, it's Chinese medicine stuff, woodlock oil. It's like it's camphor oil is what it is. It's camphor, right? It's similar to like Tiger Balm. It's a little bit different though. Tiger Balm has some other stuff in it too. This is like super concentrated camphor, and it's strong. It's really, really strong. You rub it on, and then I lay on the heating pad, and it gets your skin. It gets sucked into your skin and into the muscle, and it helps. So I'll have him rub that and some Aspirin cream on my back, and then I can lay on the heating pad and let it absorb. Yeah, it makes when I have those muscle spasms like that, it makes it not super safe for me to use this arm. Like this arm gets weak, right? And it's not like consistently weak. It's just like it'll get weak unexpectedly, right? Yeah. It's a problem. It's a problem. And Dominican Hospital made it worse. They abused me. I believe because I'm a pro-choice Catholic. Now, truth be told, I'm Gnostic. It's different, a little bit different. Truth be told, Larissa's Gnostic. Oh my god. But it's bad. It's really bad. It hurts really bad. Like I want to cry right now. But, when you live with chronic pain, it becomes normal, right? It has to be something special in order to cry. Yeah. Yeah. So, I have some styrofoam. I don't like having styrofoam. It's my least favorite thing to have is styrofoam. I have some styrofoam right now, and I got it in a package. I ordered a mirror, a big tall mirror for standing mirror for the gallery, because I make garments, and people try on garments, they want to see what they look like, right? I would. And anyway, so I had to get a mirror. So I got this mirror, and it was packaged, and it had a lot of styrofoam in it. So I got this styrofoam. I got to take it over to be recycled. That's on my list of things to do today. So there's a place here locally that accepts styrofoam, and you can go drop it off. I'm gonna go do that some point today, so I don't have like big old garbage pile in my car or in the car, because it's in the Honda. The Honda. Yeah, do some recycling today. Packaging though also came with some nice masonite board that was in there to like keep things stiff and from cracking and breaking, right? That'll be nice to paint on. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's nice. Some nice packing material there. I'll be able to use that real good. It'd be nice for painting on. I love painting on masonite. Masonite's one of my favorite things to paint on. When I was in college, I painted on masonite all the time. It's hard to find now though, and it gets expensive. So I was surprised to see it used as a packing material. I was like, wow. First when I saw it, and they're like, oh, are these for shelves or something? No, it was just packing material. It's like, oh, okay. So I got a whole bunch of nice pieces of masonite. Yeah, I used to paint on masonite all the time. What is masonite? Masonite is a compressed composite material that was a new kind of fangled. Oh, a little froggy in my throat. It was a newfangled thing in like the late 20s, early 30s, right? It's a composite material. Yeah. My floors are made out of masonite. Here, that floor. The floor. Floor's made out of masonite. So are my walls. It was used a lot in construction. You go into Edwardian, or Edwardian come after Victorian, right? Edwardian and craftsman homes in cities, right, and stuff. You find a lot of masonite walls. It was kind of like used before sheetrock came into existence, right? Masonite. Yeah, you can get in different thicknesses. It has a nice slick. It's slick but still porous, and so like on the floor here, I'd never actually seen it used to make a floor. It's kind of cool, but they used a gel stain to stain it. You can see there's striping and stuff. There's details. They had different colored details. I'd wanted to redo the floors, but like not cover them. I wanted to give them a good cleaning and then stain them and then oil them, oil them and then wax them, buff them up, because that's probably how they were. When they're treated, when it's treated that way, it looks kind of like leather. It's a nifty material. It's held up really well. There's only a couple places where it's worn, and it's like at the bottom of right at the bottom of the stairs. You know, where you get down on the last stair, it's the floor, and your foot hits. There's a spot there, and there's another spot that looks like maybe something was dropped at one point in front of the fireplace. So, nothing surprising. It's held up really, really well, right? Really good shape. Masonite. The gallery looks so good. I can't wait for it to be open to the public. I have to wait till Valentine's Day. Ooh, Valentine's Day. It's such a dumb holiday. Thinking about Valentine's Day. Right. Valentine's Day. So, Valentine's Day was a Catholic appropriation of a pagan holiday called Lupercalia. It was a fertility ceremony, and it marked the opening of the planting season for agricultural Italy, right? And they would take a strong, virile dog. Brody, we're not going to do this to you, buddy. No. A strong, virile dog, and they'd take the prized goat to the top of the mountain, and they'd kill them, and they would exsanguinate them, and they would bleed them into a copper bowl together. The blood. They would mix the blood of the dog and the goat, and then they would take branches from the olive trees and dip them into the blood, and they would smack the blood all over all of the females. The cattle and the sheep and the pigs and the chickens and the people. Yep. And it was supposed to invite fertility for the coming season and on the land. It's like, like when they do baptism, when they celebrate baptism, and they go walk around. They have the sprig of the olive branch, or the evergreen, and they splash the holy water. No. Lupercalia, it was blood, dog and goat blood mixed together. Yeah. So after that, then there was Valentine, and there are like 3 or 4 different priests because it was a popular name. It was a surname. Um, Priest named Valentine, and anyway, there was big unpopular war that was happening. Right, people were tired of war. Is really what it was. People were really tired of war, and the Roman Empire had been greatly diminished anyway, and there, the Eastern Rite had a larger portion of the empire, and of course, there was Moorish invasion, and people were just tired of war. They were just tired of war. They're like, leave it, we don't want to go to war anymore. And it was so bad that um, the emperor at the time, I can't remember his name, can't remember which one it was. Anyway, he said, "Oh, nobody's allowed to get married because, like, if you were married, you could be conscripted because into the draft. Married men weren't conscripted to the draft because there was population decline as well because of the war. So he said you can't get married. Well, Valentine was marrying people. He was marrying people in secret, and so the Pope gave up where he was, and and the Emperor Caesar arrested him and held him in prison. And the jail was a private jail, it was a small private jail, and the only one who was allowed to go in, the only one who had any contact with him was the warden's daughter. All right, the warden's daughter cooked for him, or brought him his food, whatever it was, his gruel, in his tower because he was locked in a high tower. And he wrote letters to her. And she wrote letters to him, and they had a love affair, and which was taboo, right? And then he was executed, right? And then the Council of Trent said the Valentinians, because there was like a group that rose up around Valentine, right? Because he was like a rock star for being executed, and the Council of Trent said that they were heretics. They were heretics because he was writing love letters to a woman. He was a priest still. Still a priest, Valentine. Still a priest. Even though you're going to be executed, still a priest. So they said they were heretics for celebrating him. Yeah, that's what happened. And that's what Valentine's Day is a celebration of. Dead priests and dead dogs and goats. And fertility. Lusty, lusty. Valentine's Day. Anti-war. How can love be heretical? How can it be? I don't know. I've been thinking about that. How can love be heretical? Right? It can be incestuous. Yuck. But heretical? Heretical? Really? Against God? Love is against God? Is there such thing? If God is love, how can God be against God? Right? And people say that God is love, God is love. So how can love be heretical? Explain that one to me. Oh, it's inconvenient. That's why St. Valentine's Day became a secular holiday. Nobody talks about him. Not even sure which one he was, because like I said, there were like 3 or 4 of them in church records. But you could also say that maybe the church did that to cover it up, like the same way the Catholic Church doesn't recognize the name of Archangel Uriel, right? Only recognizes the fire of God. That's what Uriel means, is the fire of God. They just struck his name from texts because people were worshiping Uriel. Because Uriel is crazy. Uriel's a crazy, crazy warrior angel. Yes. Oh my gosh. The Anglicans, they recognize Uriel. Mm-hmm. And so do the Orthodox. It's just the Catholics that said, no. Heretics. Heretics. They said the same thing about Jeanne d'Arc, but now they accept her, right? Jeanne d'Arc. I saw that Notre Dame is supposed to be reopened in 2024. Oh, that's a gift to humanity, right? Oh my goodness! They said the spire is supposed to be raised sometime this year. The refurbished spire. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Crazy. What'd they do with all that lead? What'd they do with all that lead? There was so much lead in Notre Dame. Macron, Mr. Festival of Fur. What happened with all that lead? What'd you do with all that lead? How much of that lead got vaporized up into the air in the fire, huh? Oh, yuck. Yuck-a-poo. Yuck-a-poo. Is there, like, lead poison in places now? I don't know. A lot of lead. There was a lot of lead. A lot of lead in the paint. A lot of lead. A lot of lead. Had a lead roof, too, right? Didn't it? Crazy. Crazy. I think it was arson. I do. I think it was arson. Yeah. And it happened, what, right after the overturn of the Hagia Sophia? Here comes my skull of tea. Will you rub snake oil on my back a little bit later?
Yeah.
Thank you. What? The skull has arrived.
Did you call it snake oil?
The snake oil. That's what I call that stuff we rub on my back. Yeah, some man with a little wiry mustache should come sell it door to door in a top hat. Time for the skull. So yeah, Warriors. Game was good. It was good. It was a good game. You guys won, right? You gotta really buck up in that fourth quarter, though. It's kind of rough. I was starting to get a little worried there for a while with those turnovers. Oh my gosh.
Add water to these fish tanks.
Yeah, the fish tanks need water added to them, and I think I need to change the filters. That's something I can do today. I want to recycle that styrofoam. The fishes need water in their tank. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to go to the gallery today or not. Maybe not. Kabuki face. Haka face. Oh, the women that do their eyes. Like, I don't know how they do their eyes. I can't make my eyes do that. How do they do that? I don't know how you do it. I love 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 the haka face dancing. Yeah. Terrible warrior faces. I like making faces. I do. Anyway, Valentine's Day. Cake. Yummy, yummy cake. It's good cake. Really good cake.